Right, start again. So, welcome back to the channel. This is the Stitching Colourist with Shelley Lewis, and that's the second time I've said that because I was just about to do a stitch and chat, and I thought, hang on a second, I just want to make sure I get the name of the company right before I actually start chatting. So, for today, we'll do a bit of a stitch and chat, and we're going to work on this design, which is my stamped kit, and it is beauty. So if I get, this is the design, what it is. No, I'm not working on the chart because obviously it's already stamped on the fabric. So this is what we're going to be working on, and it is a 40 by 50. So I have made a little start, and when I say little, I do mean little. I haven't done a lot on it at all. But before we actually get stitching, I'm going to try this because I've not actually tried this just yet. So let's see, this is the finger that I do it around. Now I was a bit unsure about this first because I've never used this like bandage finger protection cover before, because it's not sticking. I thought, well, how does it stick around your finger? But I've since found out it just does. When you just wrap it round, it automatically sticks around your finger. So we are going to snip this off here. Just be careful when you do this bit, because obviously you don't want to snip your fingers. So yeah, it doesn't actually want to. There we go, I think that's it, isn't it? So yeah, it's the first time using that. They seem to stick fairly good, not too bad. Like I said, I haven't used that before. Now I did put my thread in my fabric to start with, because I've ended up putting this in a frame for the case of the video, and because it's one of my longer frames, I can get most of the design in the frame. To be fair, I thought I would save time and get the needle already put into the frame, now the fabric. So we're going to be working on this dark blue here, which is, I don't know because I have forgotten. Yeah, it's number 11. Yeah, it's number 11, which is 3031 in DMC colour. Sorry about that, I did forget for a minute then. So this is actually a first time for me because I've not used this big frame. Well, I did. I went to use it ages ago. Oh, hang on. Let's make sure that I haven't pulled it too much across the back. No, I haven't. All right. So I do apologise about the mess in the background, like all around there. It's because, yeah, my room's a mess. My room is / my craft room at the minute, so that's where all my stuff goes. I've got my wardrobe, well, my husband's wardrobe there, my crafty supplies. I apologise as well if I can't keep this frame straight. It's because I'm holding it. Something this big, I would most definitely use my lowry stand for. But unfortunately, I can't. Oh, my thread's got knotted at the back. But unfortunately, I can't really fit my lowry stand up here in the bedroom. And I did think about stitching downstairs, but my husband's asleep at the moment, so yeah. So this kit, it was very kindly sent to me for review from One Day Saving a little while ago. I haven't, like I said, I've worked a little bit on it just to try it out, but I haven't worked a whole lot on it because, as you know, obviously life gets busy, and I've just come back from, well, say just, the other Saturday I came back from a stitching retreat, and I had a lot of projects already in my bag that I was taking with me. And because I had a lot, I couldn't obviously take everything, so unfortunately I couldn't take this with me. A second. And see where that hole is there. Do you ever do that? You struggle to get your needle in the hole. Yeah, I think I'm going to snip a bit more off that. I don't know, it just seems a bit thick to me. It's because I'm not used to wearing something like this. It seems alright, but it's just seems a bit thick for me. It's like thimbles. I've never used a thimble before. I've tried, but they don't work well with me. Feels a little bit better. So if you'd have seen the video when I did the unboxing of this, you'll notice that when I did the unboxing I showed you obviously the kit and the finger protector, but you'll also notice that I showed you the clips as well. I had 2 clips that was sent to grip your work as you're going along, to obviously grip excess fabric. Now, I started using the grips yesterday, but I'm using them on one of my other projects because I've started working on one of my counted cross stitches, and yeah, like I said, I started using it on one of my other projects, and oh my gosh, I posted a picture of it on Instagram, and I said it was a definite game changer. It's like, where have they been all my life? They are so handy to have, such a handy tool. If I remember, I will insert a clip right here, and you'll see how I'm actually using them to grip my fabric, and it is so much easier using it on that big piece that I'm doing with my frame. It just keeps all the fabric out the way. Yeah, obviously if I can't get the clip on here, then I will post a picture of it at the end of the video with the clips on my other project. So yeah, they're definitely such a handy tool to have. So I absolutely love it. Would it be nice to work on this design as well, because as I said, I haven't worked on it for a little while. So it'd be nice to get some work done. Now, if you noticed, any time that I've done these silhouettes designs, when I've been working on them in the past, I've always started at the top corner and just working my way down. However, I wanted a bit of a change when I started working on this one, and I thought, what would it be like to actually start in the middle of the design and do it that way? So that's where I decided to start. So I did some browns here, I filled in a bit of brown there, and I also did a little bit of brown down here. So I'm just doing the dark blue bits. I think my thread's knotted at the back again. What's the matter with this thing? Sorry guys, it's because my thread's getting a bit knotted and it doesn't want to play ball. I know I've got a very small knot in my thread, so that's probably what it is as well. So yeah, lost my train of thought for a minute. So what's it like where you are, guys? What's the weather like? Here it is absolutely diabolical. Well, it's not diabolical, but today it is really drizzly, like really drizzly rain. Yeah, we've not had, no, this is a surprise really, because we're actually in obviously May now, and we've not had that much sunny weather. Sorry guys, I've got a big knot in my thread again. I'm not doing very well today, am I? Yeah, just bear with me guys, the knot is absolutely gigantic. Sorry about that. It's just that I had a knot in the back of my thread then, and unfortunately it wasn't a small one either. It was like a real cluster of knots. It can be my own fault, because when I'm stitching, I'm sure I've actually mentioned it before, I do like a long thread tail, because it just, I don't know, it just saves having to keep it's done it again. It just saves having to keep changing the threads over. It does. And that's so, especially when you've got like a couple of shades, like you've got a few shades of blue here and there, and then you have to go over to there. It saves just snipping it off and then doing it again. I can just go over to there, work on that. And because it's not that far down to this one, I'll probably start working the bit of blue down here. I won't snip it off, because by the time I've snipped it off, say doing them stitches, then I'll leave a little, thread it through, leave a little tail, and then thread it through the back of here, leave a little tail. I might as well have just carried it over, if I'm making sense, which I'm probably not. I think you'll know what I mean. You might as well just carry it over, as long as obviously when you do carry the thread over, it's not a big line. Like say, I wouldn't carry it over, say if I was going from there down to there, I wouldn't do that. But just because I'm carrying it over there, that's fine, because it's only a small space, and then there's only a small space from there to here, so I will be carrying that over. And I'm actually quite impressive with the frame as well, to get it in here. I have got some hoop frames, but the wooden hoops, now they're good, the wooden hoop frames are, but trying to get one of these stamp kits into a wooden hoop frame, at first you'll know what it's like, because the fabric can be really quite tough, and it doesn't always work out. I can never get one of these in a wooden frame when I first get the kit, because it can be quite thick, so I prefer to put them in these kind of frames. And because I want to work on the inside of here anyway to start with, that's pretty good anyhow. But where I've decided what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to work a bit of the inside, but then I'm going to do a little bit of the background, inside background, a bit like that really. But I also do want to, bearing in mind, because you know where I said before about when you're doing a stamped kit, it's always best to do your symbols before your block colours first, because when you do your block colours, it can be a bit tricky to be able to see the symbols. I've got to try and figure out here, like say here we've got some symbols here. I've got to see about what I'm going to do with those first before I actually decide to do a bit of the block here, because I don't want to hide those symbols. So I've got to decide whether they're going to be seeable or not. But we'll just roll with it. We'll just go with it. So yeah, it's a cute design. I do love it. I love my silhouettes, I really do. I'm getting quite a collection of the silhouette cross stitches now. Yeah, I am. I've had a couple of reviews, but my husband's also, or a couple of weeks ago now, it was for Mother's Day, yeah. He went on the One Day Saving site, and he very kindly ordered me to my collection that I really wanted, because I'm hoping to get most of these, if not all of them, these silhouette designs. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the time. Yeah, because I do want all of them. I just love them. So we're just coming down to this bit here now. That little knot is a bit a pain in the bottom. Pain in the bottom. This tall frame's not actually that bad because I can get my arm around this one. Now if it was sideways now that would be a bit more difficult because I'd struggle to get my arm around. So if it was that way I would struggle to get my arm around there, but because it's long ways it's not that bad. And not to mention, oh dear, I think we've got it. No, it's not that bad. And not to mention, I don't really need to use the fabric clips on here because there isn't a lot of fabric hanging over, to be fair, because it fits most of the design in. Obviously, I'm going to have to change it around a bit, especially when I do the background bit. And also when I start to work on these bits here and up here and round there, I am going to have to do something to change it round. But for the time being, for working in the middle, this tall canvas, it's actually working out all right. So actually I have a good idea, you know. I was on about being careful about covering my stitches here, doing a block and not being able to see possibly that stitch there. I have actually recently ordered, which I did hear the door go, so that could have been that's arrived. I have ordered me some magnifying glasses because for my other project that I was working on last night, the lighting's pretty bad overnight, so I needed to use my handheld magnifier, and it was getting a bit annoying because I had to hold it with one hand and do my stitching with the other. It was lucky that I had actually my stitching in my lowery, but obviously, so I don't have to do that, I ordered me some of those glasses, the magnifying ones with the lights. So I'm just thinking that might help for this design for when it is a bit difficult for the smaller symbols to see, if I've got those on. So I have a feeling them are going to come in really handy. What I'll do in this video is, in the descriptions below, I will leave a link to this kit that I'm working on if you haven't already seen them. I do highly recommend you go and check them out. If stamped cross stitch is your thing, stamped cross stitch isn't for everybody. For me, I love it, especially if I really do feel like stitching, but I don't feel like concentrating a whole lot if I'm struggling. They're just perfect for me. But they're definitely worth checking out, the silhouette designs. I love them, I really do. But be warned, once you get one, if you do enjoy it, you'll want the rest of them. You will. You'll want to get the rest of them. Because, yeah, like I said, I'm addicted to them now. I've actually got a couple of whips on the go. I'm working on Mulan, which I need to put some stitches in that, to be fair. I'm working on this one, obviously, Beauty. I'm sure I'm working on another one, but I could be wrong, I don't know. I know I've gotten something coming in the post for a review, I think. I'm sure I have, or have I? I don't know. We'll find out. So yeah, I've got a couple of these on the go, as well as me other kits that I'm working on. I've recently actually done finished a Gecko Rouge kit that I started doing when I come back from the retreat. Hopefully, like, what I'll do is I'll be posting a flosstube video showing my works in progress. But anyway, before I went off, Angie, I'll leave a link in the descriptions below to this kit. But I'll also leave a link to the clips as well, because they're absolutely brilliant. Them are a must have. Definitely must have. And I don't think they were that much either. They weren't expensive either, they weren't. So the definite must have. Put it this way, it beats having to use your hair clips to grip onto the end of the frame. Hair grips are handy, but because of the teeth, them digging into your fabric, so they're actually damaging the fabric as well. But with these clips they don't, so they're a lot better to use. And I should have a discount code as well of 5%, so I'll leave that in the descriptions for your pleasure. Oh, I say it's worth having a check out. I love going and checking out different cross stitching sites and that, just to find out what's out there. Absolutely love it. Besides, I love just window shopping. I don't always buy, obviously, but it's nice to just have a look. Thinking, oh, I'd have that, I'd stitch that. And before you know it, your whole wish list has just suddenly grew. Just pulling that through there. Yeah, it'd be nice as well, as I'm working in the middle of this one, to see it progress from the inside going out instead of from the corner coming in. It's nice. Oh, I think I've got a knot. It's nice to try them different ways. It's a bit unfortunate when your thread keeps getting, oh bum, we've got a big knot on the back again. Excuse me a moment, guys. Sorry about that. I had a big knot again, and it was like, yeah. I thought you can either sit there for just trying to watch me get this knot out, or I might as well just pause you. So I thought I'd just go for the pause. So what do I think? I'm not going to completely review the kit at the minute, but I'm enjoying it, put it that way. I am enjoying it. I love it. So what do I think about these? The good, like I said, I've only just started using it. It's good. I suppose it's good. But for me, because I'm not used to using them, it feels a little bit weird. I'll be honest, it feels a little bit weird wearing something around my finger. It's like it's just like wearing a plaster around your finger and just stitching with the plaster on. Now, it's alright for if you want to turn your thing over, and obviously using that for your needle, so it's good for that. I will carry on trying it out, so I will carry on using it. As for the clips, I absolutely love them. Couldn't do without them now, so that is a definite. And the kit itself, I'm really enjoying it. Because I'm enjoying it that much, I think I might actually carry on stitching on this in between my jobs today. Because I'm quite enjoying this. Not to mention I'm going to use the frame. Now, the frame I didn't get from One Day Saving. Just the kit, the finger protector and the clips. Anyway, I am going to leave it here soon, if not now. Yeah, I'm going to leave it here for now, guys, because we're up to 24 minutes. And obviously my phone memory doesn't like to really go for that long. And I wouldn't want the video to cut out in between before I've even finished the video. So I am going to leave it here. Well, I'm definitely going to leave it here because I've got a knot at the back again. Oh, actually, I've got it through there. So let's just clip that on there. So that's what the back looks like at the minute. It looks like a road map. Yeah. So it looks like a bit of a road map at the minute, the back of the fabric. But I always say this way, who's going to be looking at the back? and a lot of the times I end up framing it myself. So I'm going to leave it there for now, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Seeing me get my thread knotted a lot. To be honest, I should just use the beeswax. So I'll remember that for the future. As I said, I will leave links to the kit, to these and the clips in the descriptions below, and I'll also put the 5% discount there for if you want to have a look at your own leisure. I'm going to get going. I'm going to put the washing on, and I'm going to enjoy stitching a bit more of this. So anyway, guys, if you've enjoyed the video, please feel free to give the video a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, then please feel free to press that subscribe button. I would love to have you here. And until next time, I'll see you again soon. So goodbye for now, guys. Put it there. Bye for now, guys. Bye.